Hi, my name is Heather Wilson, and I'm the founder of Kennedy's Angel Gowns. Today, I have the pleasure of talking to Liz Tarrats, and she's going to share her journey of grief and loss and being brave through grief about her daughter, Aniah. Hi, Liz. How are you?
Hi, good Heather. How are you today?
I'm good. I have to share before we begin. One thing that's very special about Liz and I is our daughters have the same exact birth date and date that they transitioned. So we always remember to message each other on that day to let each other know we're thinking about each other. And I don't know if you remember. Do you remember how we first met?
I do. So I remember I was asking Deborah, the bereavement coordinator at our hospital, where I had Aniah at our local hospital, if she knew about the Cuddle Cots, and she mentioned your name. I hadn't met you yet, but she mentioned your name. She said I should reach out to you because you were doing some fundraising, but they didn't have one yet. So that was unfortunate in 2017, and that's the first time that I heard. And then I want to say the second time, and then I put two and two together. It was because I saw you on the Virginia Pilot, and it came up on my Facebook, and I read your story, and I said, oh my gosh, she's here, she's local. And that's yeah.
Yep, and
That's
that
how I
began our
remember.
friendship. I would love for you to share your journey and your story about Aniah. Your story is very you out of most of these stories. Your story is a little bit different because you knew ahead of time that she would transition shortly after birth. So would you share, please?
I'll try to be brief so that my emotions don't get to me. This is the first time I've done anything like this. It's going to be 3 years ago this year. And my story is a little different because, like other moms that have gone through this, it's kind of sudden, and mine was not. I had time. I don't know if I still think of it as, was it a good thing or a bad thing? I had time to process it and take it all in. And so at 17 weeks, we found out on our usual blood test, when you go in to do your spina bifida, we found out our daughter tested positive for spina bifida. I had to wait 10 long days to go back to maternal fetal medicine and get an ultrasound. So for 10 days, very religious, and I prayed. And for 10 days, I just got down on my knees and I asked God for this test to be a false positive, and it was not. We found out our daughter had a very rare birth defect. It's called anencephaly. It's when the neural tube does not close and you have an opening in the neural tube. It's part of spina bifida, but hers in specific is called anencephaly. And we decided to have her full term. Now that I know more about the defect, not a lot of moms decide to go and have their baby full term, but I did have that whole time to have my baby with me, to spend time with her, to do things with her being in utero. And I knew this was going to come, and I did a lot of praying. I still don't know to this day how I got through it. Yeah. But like Heather said, she was born on August 17th, 2017.
Yeah. Thank you. I know this is the first time you're doing this, and that it's extremely hard to talk about, and I'm so proud of you. Your bravery is something that you should be proud of. We talk a lot about bravery lately, and being brave through your grief, and just you talking and sharing and saying her name, it shows bravery. Do people often tell you that you're brave?
They do. I get that a lot. I mean, I don't think I feel brave. There was no other way to get around it. And I feel like my love I had for her made me get through it.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I guess if you say the word brave, you think of being brave. And yes, it's feeling scared of something you've never done before. And you
Mm-hmm.
you get through it.
Yeah, you do. And I know you've done a lot of mementos and just a lot of, there's a video that you made that I can't get through the first 2 minutes of it. And you showed your daughter so much love, and you still do. Your boys, you're able to show them love. And one thing I remembered, and the reason that I reached out to you, one thing I remembered with you, and people don't even know that this is something that's possible. You wanted the cuddle. You had, first of all, you had time to kind of talk about and discuss with your family and your husband what the best decision was for you. But you had time to know that you wanted a cuddle cot. And when the cuddle cot was not made available to you, it was very important for you to bring Aniah home and show her her bedroom. And people don't know that you can bring your baby home from the hospital. If you'll share a little bit about why the cuddle cot is so important, and talk about your situation with you bringing Aniah home.
We didn't have the cuddle cot, so at the time, our bereavement coordinator was amazing on trying to allow us to spend as much time as we could with Aniah. To be honest, I didn't really know like everything that the Cuddle Cot did, just because when they said, "Oh, we don't have one," I just said, "Okay, well, we're just going to try to do what's best." But bringing her home was not in the plan. Our bereavement coordinator, I think she had been there for it was a short time, like a couple of years right before we came. She took over, so she did a little research and she let us know, which I kind of, now that I think about it, I kind of wish we would have known that when we were going to go in. But she let us know that we were able to bring her home and spend time with her until we were ready to coordinate with the funeral home. And she was born on a Friday, so we got Friday at the hospital, Saturday at home, Saturday night, and it was time to bring her in on Sunday. So thinking of the Cuddle Cot, I always think, would I have had maybe a little bit more time? I don't even know how you say this, but would she have looked a little bit better? Because I feel like we had to take her into the funeral home only because of the way she looked. And for our boys to meet her was not in the plan, but it was God's plan, because I had it in prayer and I didn't really know how to tell a 5 and a 6-year-old and a 12-year-old, or I didn't know, to be honest, I didn't know how they were going to take it in to meet her. So that wasn't part of the plan. So we brought her home and me and my husband talked about it, and they were able to meet her that night when she was here for a short time before bedtime.
And now you have those memories forever. So if you could stress to someone who's donating, what would you tell them as far as stressing the importance of a Cuddle Cot? Why are they important?
I know that, for example, in my situation, Deborah was amazing, and us spending time with her, but I've talked to other moms and they don't have that time. I've even talked to a mom a couple months before Aniah passed that said she went in, she said hello and goodbye, just in her little bed, and left because she was taken to maternal fetal medicine. That's not where she gave birth to her baby at. She was taken there to try to save her. It was a stillbirth. So I know the tears she cried that she shed, and it breaks my heart to think of you not having that time, and that the Cuddle Cot gives you time. It gives you time to be with your baby. And now, I know I'm jumping into this, but the butterfly room it's just a quiet place, like a place that you need to be at. And not everybody gets that time, and I wish everybody would offer that time with their baby. They're still here, they were still born.
It's so important. It's so important for every hospital. Like you mentioned, every hospital, it's important, and every family should be afforded that opportunity. to have time or just not be rushed in a sense. Is there anything else you would like to add or say to our viewers as we close out?
I guess some people will be on here to support you. I'm sure a lot of lost moms will be on here. And to those early lost moms, I wish somebody would have told me this. I read a lot of things, and often it's said, I'm sorry, but this is not going to get easier. And I think that was one of the hardest things that kind of like sticks out to me, to tell a new lost mom. They told me it's, a lot of times I read or I heard, I'm sorry, it's not going to get any easier, but I wish they would have finished the sentence on, it's not going to get easier, but it is going to get different, and it does get better. And to just keep faith, to keep hope. If you are looking for that rainbow baby, I know that some don't believe in that phrase and some don't even want to believe in a rainbow baby, but to just take your time, and it comes in waves. It's different. Right now in August, we will be at 3 years, and the first year was just devastating. The second year's, I want to say, it comes in waves. It comes in waves, and it truly does. It gets better.
I think that's such solid advice, and I think you summed it up perfectly. And to our viewers who don't know what a rainbow baby is, will you share that as well? Because I know that we both have rainbow babies, but will you share?
Well, especially now at this time, I know we've heard a lot about rainbows and this time of this pandemic coming. And I know that all these kids are posting rainbows in their windows, and I love it, because I personally loved, and I would always say chasing rainbow after we lost Aniah. So rainbow baby is a baby that comes for healing after, I guess the term is after the storm, but I don't also like to think of our baby as a storm. It was just a dark time in our life, and she was here, and she was beautiful, and now 6 months later, we were chasing a rainbow, and we got pregnant with our rainbow baby, and we named him Josiah because it means God has healed, and he's 18 months now. So sorry, my voice.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay if you cry. This is so real, and your pain is real, your grief is real, and Aniah is so proud of you right now. You're doing just fine.
So, like I said, I know that not everyone's chasing the rainbow, but a rainbow baby does bring so much healing. It
does, and it's a rainbow baby it's a healthy baby after a loss. And yes. I see your posts whenever you post rainbows, and I see you still chasing rainbows, and I'm chasing them too. They do bring me a smile as well. And Josiah is such a blessing. Aniah is a blessing. All of your children are such blessings. Thank you. They're also proud of you and your strength. And even when you shed tears, Liz, it's not a sign of weakness. It's real, and it hurts. And that's why we do lean on each other to get through. And we do things like this. Like in the moment, of course, it's sad. It's hard to talk about. But I promise you, you're helping other people. You're saying Aniah's name. Do you know how many more people are going to know about your story and about Aniah, and specifically about what Aniah had, the anencephaly? There's so many people that have never said a word about it before. And because they watch your bravery, they'll then become brave too. So I just thank you so much for opening your heart and just coming in to do this interview. This is perfect, and I love you so much.
Thank you.
I'll always be here for you. I will call you every August 17th because I know that's our dog special day. And if you ever need me, I'm here.
Thank you. Same to you. Thank you for all you do.